there have been remarkable developments in the Middle East over the past 24 hours. As part of Operation Epic Fury, that's a joint attack on Iran by Israel and the United States. Now, Iranian state media has confirmed the death of Iran's head of state, 86-year-old Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, whom President Trump called, quote, one of the most evil people in history. Khamenei's daughter and grandchild were also killed in strikes, according to Iranian media reports. Take a look now at the images on your screen. We're showing you some video of the Ayatollah's compound that was destroyed. Also confirmed dead, Major General Mohammad Pakpour, commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and Admiral Ali Shamkhani, that's the secretary of the Iranian Defense Council. This morning in Iran, mourners are filling the streets as they face an uncertain future while still fighting back against the U.S. and Israel. Overnight, President Trump issuing this stern warning via Truth Social. Iran just stated that they are going to hit very hard today, harder than they have ever hit before. They better not do that, however, because if they do, we will hit them with a force that has never been seen before. In a pre-recorded announcement of the attack, President Trump endorsed regime change in the country, telling Iranians to rise up and take control of their government. Let's talk about casualty counts now. They include at least one person in Israel, one person in Dubai, and 4 people in Syria reportedly killed in the Iranian attacks. In Iran, the Iranian Red Crescent says more than 200 have been killed and around 700 injured. U.S. Central Command reports that there have been no U.S. deaths or injuries, no U.S. Navy ships have been struck by Iranian missiles or live fire, and damage to U.S. installations in the region is minimal and has not impacted operations. Iran, we should mention, has been able to launch retaliatory strikes with some success, including a recent barrage against U.S. bases and Israeli military headquarters. However, right now, it is not clear how much more firepower they have in their arsenal, nor do we know who's even directing Iran's military right now as we await the emerging of new leadership. Here in the U.S., there were many celebrations by Iranian Americans, including this one in Los Angeles. People are hopeful there that regime change can mean a new and brighter future for Iranians.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.